Well, that was disappointing. Man, I need a good album after that, man, because I thought it was going to be so much better. I said a good album.
1 hour later.
Wait, that wasn't that bad.
Hey, Peggy, let me talk to him one time. Hold up.
If you couldn't tell from the intro, I am not a big Doja Cat fan at all. I've checked out Planet Her and Scarlet, and while Planet Her is...
Nobody was teaching that, the best Western.
Scarlet was an album I thought was going to be decent, and then turns out it wasn't good at all. I don't think it's awful, but I just thought it was extremely annoying to listen to. It does have its songs, but overall it's just not really that fun to listen to be honest. And going into Vi, I think it's called, I'm calling it Vi the entire video, and if that's wrong then oopsie. So going into Vi, I had pretty low expectations, but honestly I came out really enjoying it. To give starters off, I think this overall sound of the album is pretty good. I think Jack Antonoff is genuinely a good producer when he truly locks in. Cards genuinely sounds like a song straight out of the Quincy Jones era of pop. There are some beats I weren't too crazy about, but for the most part, I thought a lot of the album sounded really damn great. It was nice to hear a Doja Cat album have an actual sound for one. I haven't heard Hot Pink, so please don't kill me if that's wrong. I also think that Doja Cat was really damn good on this album. A big reason why I didn't like Scarlet was because at times it felt like she was being way too bitter, to the point where it came off more annoying than it did empowering or whatever she was going for. I would compare that to how I would see Kamikaze by Eminem, for example. It was bitter, but felt like it didn't really have much more than just that emotion. But that is way toned down on this album. There are still moments where it does shine, but it's usually towards men that she's talking about in the songs, and that is a lot more interesting to listen to than just rage that you wouldn't know about if you didn't look at anything on the internet at the time. I also feel like a lot of the lyrics on this album are quite funny. I think Doja Cat is a very witty writer, and I think when it comes down to it, a lot of these lyrics I can't imagine without Doja Cat. I also think she's just a really good rapper on here. I think a lot of the singing she did on this album was really well done, and I think the performances on this album was also really well done by her. Really, the only feature on this album is SZA, which I think kills her feature, but the main star of the show is Doja Cat, and I feel like she never really bored me throughout this album at all. There are some dull moments on the record, like not every song is a back-to-back banger. I think especially near the beginning, there's a lot of inconsistency with the songs, and I think it's more so out of production than it is out of Doja Cat herself, because I wouldn't really say any of these songs are bad. I think the worst of the song list is just okay. But when the production and her work well together, they really work well together, and I think it makes for an album that has so much more potential. I would genuinely be really interested to see more of this kind of Doja Cat. And color me impressed, as I came out of the album liking it a hell of a lot more than I thought I would. There's not much more I can say about this album except I think you should listen to it. I think it was really fun, and it was definitely some nice mouthwash to hear after Thug's album, so if you were disappointed by his album, maybe this you will like. Anyways, let's not make this review longer than it needs to be. I'm gonna give Vi a 7.5 out of 10.